So calming. So
Wake up Web3. So that particular on Restream, you can add little like non-copyright music or whatever, and that particular one's randomly generated, but that one's called Rise. And why is it called Rise? The same reason our names are green today. The recovery looks like this.
Let's go, guys. We have quite a bit to talk about today. A lot of stuff happened since we've been gone over the weekend, and we're going to kind of go over everything. Welcome. We've got me and JC today. Going to be a fun one, guys. Get ready. All the people in the chat already. What's up, guys? Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, we had quite the recovery. I know a lot of people were kind of freaking out about this 30% drop that we saw last week. And as JC said, we have made a full V-shaped recovery. So we're back.
At least that's what it's starting to look like. We'll see. We still got some hurdles to get through and some resistance to get through. But that was a nice, huge bottom signal there. And depending on where you draw your lines and what charts you're using, I know a lot of the crypto X people are saying we're in a bear market, and we'll talk about why I think there's a lot of people saying that this time, and whether or not I think we're in a bear market. But first, we will start off with the bubbles, my bubbles.
The bubbles, as always. Which one do we want to do? We'll do it like this. Oh no, that's not good. This one's good. So, guys, as you can see, lots of green
now
today.
I'm gonna play with it.
Oh, there you go. That's probably better.
I don't know what I like. Sure.
You know what I am seeing? I'm seeing a lot of projects we've been talking about up today. I'm seeing Quant.
Back in the green.
Look at that, guys. Quant moving today. We have Caspa moving. This is one we talked about on our pick as well. Hyperliquid up a little bit. XRP, the GOAT. That's up quite a bit today. We even got some meme coins moving. Pangu. And some gaming projects that we're really excited about. We got
woohoo!
It's
not in the top 100, but Illuvium had a nice rebound as well. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my charts here because I have a nice.
Yeah, let's check out Illuvium because we got some Illuvium news coming soon. I want to see where we're at with Illuvium. So yeah, we've been really struggling lately. With Illuvium, it's taking quite a bit of a hit, but we are seeing a little bit of a resurgence. They just started.
It gave it here. I'll put it up here for you. It gave a little bit of that same recovery, that little V shape at the bottom there. It's not anywhere near where it needs to be, but it did. Like if you look at most tokens charts for the last 5 days, they all kind of look the same.
Yeah, let's just grab a random one. I'm just gonna grab something like Quant, I guess. That one's probably not the greatest example. Near is probably that one's down 20% for the week as well.
Where's the chart? There's a chart. There's something I want to show. Keep going. I'm looking for a chart that I had, and I'm afraid I closed it.
Excuse me. I'm going to try and find Ethereum, or maybe even Link would be a good one. As you can see, guys, this is kind of what he's talking about. We had a huge crash over the past week, and we basically kind of have almost recovered. I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnail, adorable little kitty.
Meow.
A lot of people are talking about this being a dead cat bounce. We're going to kind of talk a little bit about what that means. And
the cat is alive, Schrodinger. It's alive.
The cat is
alive.
We're
nice to Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. But yeah, so what is a dead cat bounce? I guess we should start with that. So it's the whole adage: if you throw a cat at the ground hard enough, it's going to bounce. So that's kind of
here's how I explained it to them last week, Reptar.
Okay,
if you drop a cat from the roof of a tall building and it's dead, like if you drop a dead cat from the top of a roof, when it hits the ground, it will still bounce. But it's still dead.
But it's still dead. That's a way better way of explaining it.
Aren't you glad you get to wake up with that imagery today?
Yeah, there's dead cats being thrown from the tops of buildings. Love it. So, guys,
who is throwing cats off of roofs? That's my question. And does it matter if they're alive or dead? I say it does.
Canceled.
Oh, and now, sorry, you're about to get suicided.
Yeah, I am not suicidal. I will not kill myself.
Ugh.
So anyway,
Wow,
guys.
we went dark this morning. Let's go positive and happy. It's a green day. That's why our names are green.
So yeah, guys. Essentially, the reason we bring that up is because a lot of people are thinking, we're going into a bear market, and this is only a dead cat bounce. This is just the price recovering because we had such a heavy drop. I don't think that's it. I do not think that this is a bounce. I really do think that we're seeing, we're seeing us hitting that bottom, that resistance level, and we're moving back. I mean, there is just way too much bullish stuff in the news right now, guys. Like there's no way that this is the end of the cycle. I do not see it.
Yep. Let's sorry, I'm pulling up a couple of things here because there's some I wanna point this out. Let me make sure I've got the right chart before I switch to it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, I want to show a couple of things here. Let's. I'm going to kick your screen off. You don't have to stop sharing. I'm just going to do that. See, I can. You don't have to stop sharing. I can just turn it off, and that way, if you need to share, I can turn you back on.
Oh.
But that's fine. Let's go here, and let me start with that. There we go. All right, so let's start with that.
Still an extreme fear, guys. It is blood out here.
This right here, this market cap. Oof, we are below 3 trillion market cap. Below 3 trillion. That's insane. Still an extreme fear. Although we got all the way down to, I saw one saying 6. We were down at 6 on the.
When I did the show a couple days ago, I think it was at like 11. I mean, guys, we are firmly in extreme fear right now, and people are panicking. It's getting, and we're still firmly in Bitcoin season too. So I mean, it's just
No, this is new.
Alts right now is just, what is that? The Coin Market Cap 20 Index. Is that like the S&P 500? What's the market cap's 5 million? What is that? Oh, interesting.
It's an index token. So it's basically, like you can buy, how you can buy the you can buy the SPY. That's the entire it's not the entire stock market. It's the entire, somebody help me out in the comments here.
Like the S&P, is it similar?
It's the S&P 500. It's the token that represents all of the S&P 500. So apparently CoinMarketCap just released this. And it is ranked number 117 as far as tokens go. And of course, because it's their stuff, where do they put it? Above Bitcoin. Of course they do. So not really
because it's better than Bitcoin. I don't know.
Not really interested. That's the weekly. So what is this?
What's interesting is I want you guys to look at those bottoms. I want you to look at those 3 points at the bottom. It is pretty firmly showing an upward trend line. So I know that we dipped below that resistance.
Let's go to a daily.
86,000.
It's a little easier to see.
Yeah. I do think a lot of the positions got wiped out. We talked about the ETFs coming, BlackRock and all these big entities have been just dumping their bags and then buying over the counter. So very clear market manipulation going on right now. You can see all the on-chain data. But again, guys, this is probably one of the best times to be buying altcoins right now.
So it doesn't have it on this chart because I don't know how to set up my TradingView stuff. But on the other one, if I go back to the daily, you can see volume. I want to look at this candle where we bottomed. It dipped all the way to 80,659. And the volume on that one particular 1 day candle, the volume you can see there at the bottom is $129 billion worth of volume on that bottom of that candle. It's the biggest candle. These are volume candles down here. It's the biggest candle. The most volume was down here at this bottom wick. Now, keep this bottom wick in your mind, and I'm going to switch to the 4 hour. This is the bottom of it. The price action there is green. There's a lot of buying going on here and here And then when it flips green, there is still buying. And then they watched it wick up, and people took some longs, probably off of 80,500-600.
Oh, I took some longs. I definitely
then they took their profits, and it came back down to here. But I want you to, this is where all of the volume is in right here. Who's buying down here? The big boys who are manipulating the price. The big boys are buying down here at 80,000. Why buy at 120 when you can buy at 80?
Yeah, exactly, guys. And it's they don't lose money. These financial entities, they're in this to make money, and they're gonna do it whatever way they can. So
John Magpolly. That's a name I haven't seen before. So welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
The degeneracy. Good to have you.
Please interact in the chat. If you got questions, we are happy to make this a live interactive show. But yeah, I just want to show you that, yes, this dipped down all the way to 80, and people bought it up. And now this is each candle here is 4 hours. So we're going up, going up, going up. We kind of peaked out here at 88. Where we need to get is back up here. I could pull up DJ's chart from 2 weeks ago and show you where the numbers are, but I also wanted to show
once again, DJ completely called it. I mean, the guy is legendary.
Almost to the dollar. Like, it's crazy how good DJ is. So if you're not in our Discord following the Not Financial Advice channel, I'm not saying we give financial advice, because it's not, but DJ does a fabulous job interpreting charts.
Yeah, and the data doesn't lie, guys. I mean, most of these resistance levels are pretty accurate, and if you're paying attention to them, it's doing better. I love this chart. I know exactly.
This is important because he's being sarcastic here. 2016, 2017 was when Bitcoin went from below 1,000 all the way, or from like, I don't know what, $200-300 all the way up to $20,000.
Wild.
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Why is that? That's worse.
Why is that worse?
Yeah. So we went from, here you go, $365, and this is when it went up to 8,000, and it eventually went all the way up to 20,000. Is this a bull market or a bear market? Look at these dips: 38%, 37%, 35%, 40%, 34%. Must be a bear market. Guys, what are you talking about?
Most of our community already knows this, guys, but if you are not prepared for these 30 to 40% drops, you're going to have a bad time, because these are the opportunities where people make real money, and these are you have to go through many of these in a bull market. This is part of it, guys. These pullbacks not only are opportunities, but they are instances where people get scared out of the market. So just keep that in mind. We really see this happen often. And if you guys remember, a couple months ago, we had another pretty heavy drop, the biggest crypto liquidation ever, and we immediately ripped back.
That was now 6 weeks ago. October the 10th was when we saw everything drop, and it continued to drop a little more. And it's like, oh no, everything's over. The market. Let's see if I've got a better. I also want to show you this chart, because this is related. So this is from All In Crypto. Again, I watch him every morning. 23% of the NASDAQ 100 stocks fell last week as well. It was not just the crypto market that got hammered. Look at this.
Brutal.
This is the NASDAQ top 100. This is not crypto. This is the NASDAQ. Also dropped precipitously, okay? The markets were due for a correction. Is this a bear market on the NASDAQ? I don't know. Does it look like it if you start here and you go to here? Does that look like a bear market to you?
Look at every single pullback, guys. What happens after every single one of those major pullbacks that you see those arrows on? We see insane price recovery and movement. So I'm not nervous. I'm using this, as always, as an opportunity to continue to add assets. There's a lot of projects out there that we have our eye on that are still at incredible deals right now. Some we've already talked about, like Quant, ICP, even Arrow down a ton right now, and they just had a really big, they just had a really big reversal. So there's a lot of deals out there, guys. Black Friday came early this year.
Yeah, and I want to talk about, this is Crypto Jeb. We talked about him some last week and what the numbers he was calling for. This is one of his charts I just wanted to show you. He's very good about if then. If we climb up to this point and we fall back down, we'll probably continue down. If we climb up to this point and we go up above it, then we'll probably continue up. He's very good about if then, but this is his negative if then. If we don't reclaim these numbers, then we will probably go down to here. And I just wanted to put these numbers in your mind if you're looking for that. If you were one of the people that thinks, I don't know, we may still drop a good bit, here are some numbers to look at. Okay, I just want to throw this in front of you for just a second. But here's why I think the markets turned around so quickly. Not just the crypto markets, but also the stock markets. The SPY is back up. You remember last week where we were talking about the odds of the probability of a Fed rate cut were actually higher for no rate cut. They were actually 55-45 no rate cut. Now they're 82-17 yes rate cut. In December. I think that's now that there was this uncertainty as we get towards the end of November, that when we roll into December, the Fed was, because Jerome Powell, being the turd burger that he is, he's like, well, I just don't know if we're going to have the data. And I mean, blah, 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 blah. And maybe the dude is just freaking manipulating markets on behalf of the Fed Reserve. That's all he does, because the Fed Reserve is a private banking institution that controls the majority of the funds around the world, especially in the United States. They're in it for them, not for you, just like every federalized or central bank around the world. So they're just playing games, and that's it.
So I do want to try and see if I can show this. Mr. Mark, I'm going to try and share this.
Give me just a second. I'll turn mine off.
The problem with these drops are the time frame in which they're occurring. This is supposed to be the bull run, and we are seeing pre-bull run drops based on the 4-year cycle. I really do think that's a good point. We're seeing a lot of things that shouldn't be happening right now, especially with all these ETFs coming out. This could have screwed up the time for the cycle, guys. I'm not gonna say that's not possible, but again, I don't think the big boys are in this to lose money. I really do think that we're gonna see. The 4-year cycle could not really be a thing anymore. I mean, we've never seen institutional money come in. I mean, yes, the halving event is still a huge part of why Bitcoin's price appreciates. But I do think that maybe the cycle is delayed a little bit. And even if it's not, we could see the end of the 4-year cycle. I see a lot of people talking about that as well. So I think the 4-year cycle is important to keep an eye at, to keep in mind, because you can't learn from the future unless you learn from the past. Or learn about the future. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. But I do still think we're bullish. But great point, Mark.
I wonder, and this is something I wanted to bring up, and I'm glad this is a great segue to it. I wonder if you remember, as we were, at the end of the last bull run, people were saying, as we got close to 70,000, they're like, yeah, I'm going to hold till 100. Well, maybe I'll put in an order to sell at like 95 because I want to front run the people that are selling at 100. And everyone was like, yeah, I know it's the 4-year cycle, but we're, all the charts are pointing to 100. We're going to 100. 100,000, 100,000. Everybody's gonna sell at 100,000. We're Bitcoin to 100,000. But and love him or hate him, BitBoy was like, I should have gone with the cycle, not the charts. I should have gone. Hey, we knew that this cycle was looking to roll. The 4-year cycle was looking to roll October, November, December. But we were just dead set on this hype of 100,000, 100,000. And he's like, I should have, because they ended up, rather than selling at 65 to 70,000, they ended up selling at 45 and 50. He's like, man, we could have taken those profits sooner. I should have trusted the 4-year cycle, not the charts. And I wonder, because so many people got caught up in that hype and they ignored the 4-year cycle, that I wonder if they're just super, super gun shy to be like, hey, you know what? I didn't get out on the 4-year cycle last time, and I'm going to do it this time because it started.
Double top. That scared a lot of people because when double
again, double top again. So I think that's a possibility. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it may still be the case again that we double topped, and it's October, November, and that's 4 years, and it's time to go. But there
Dead
are
cats.
things. Yeah, there are things that are different this time. There's more regulation. There's more, exactly, ICE. There's more institutional buy-in. That's not to say we're not going to go back down, and that's not to say we're not going to go back down right now. But there's been so many delays in things that are still to come. There's more ETFs coming. There's more. The Clarity Act is supposed to be voted on in a couple of committees in the Senate this week and released out of committee, or maybe it's the 1st of December. But we should have the Clarity Act coming out of committee for a vote to the Senate, and then they're probably going to change it, so it's going to have to go back to the House for some reconciliation, which, if you remember in January of this year, we were talking about Clarity Act by the summer. Well, guess what? The House passed it in the summer, but the Senate decided to be, turds as well. And
the government shutdown didn't help either. I mean, nothing got done.
Exactly.
So
shutdowns, delays, regulatory clarity, the Fed being the Fed. And I mean, we still have more ETFs coming. We'll talk about what the XRP ETFs have done just in the last 4 or 5 days, plus regulations, plus rate cuts. I think those are still reasons that we're not bearish yet. That's me personally. I could 100% be wrong because I'm not. I'm just a dude in my basement. So, I think there are people. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Ray. I wouldn't count on the government doing anything during the holidays. I don't know. They like to slide crap in, but at the end of the year between Christmas and New Year's. So I don't know. I don't think they're going to do a lot, but they might. They like to kind of use that.
I don't know. We just had the last 2 months off. What's another week? Let's spend time.
I think a lot of times they're like, hey, you know what? Everybody wants to go home for Christmas. Just everybody vote yes on my stuff so we can go home. I don't know. We'll see,
guys. But yeah, I do agree, Mark. I think the cycle could be influenced by the institutions, by the government. There's very clear manipulation going on right now. So that gives me hope that there's going to be some serious price action. So,
okay, here's another bit of possible good news. Let me pull this back up. Apparently, there's a decent chance, and I say chance because you just never know. They're all politicians, but there's a chance for some peace deal between Ukraine and Russia, which would be great. Anytime we have less war around the world, that's better for riskier assets. Because let's face it, it's risky to think that Russia Ukraine evolves into a global conflict, and you can argue whether or not it is or not, but if we have a peace deal.
It could be a black swan event too. If some kind of war is always causes markets to freak out. So if some kind of war is announced or anything, expect negative price action. But as unfortunate as this is to say, war generally makes money. So we see negative price action to begin with, and then we kind of drop from there. But
I was just curious what that would do. What does this do? No.
Yeah, so guys, fun fact. A lot of Americans are running Bitcoin miners to heat their houses this year, and myself. If I can, all right, here I'll try and share a little bit. As you guys can see right here, I got my miner set up right here. We're starting to we're gonna get some stuff going. I got like 9 ant miners.
Did you see somebody with an ant miner last week mined a whole Bitcoin block themselves?
It's insane, guys. So I actually am getting into lottery mining, which if you guys don't know, maybe I can share a quick little, this is kind of off topic, but we'll see if I can share. So there's something called a lottery miner. And what it does is it tries to mine blocks exactly like that by itself. The odds of it hitting a Bitcoin by itself are incredibly low. Don't get me wrong, but you have a chance to hit one every 11 minutes. So here, let me just try.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance, and that's the thing. They're kind of just cool to have on your shelf. They're They're just these little things. They look like a little alarm clock. They sit on your desk, and it lets you be a part of the Bitcoin network. And what's cool is they're only $30. So I was tempted to just buy 10 of these and just let them go. And there actually is a few instances of people mining the whole block by themselves with one of these machines. Again, the odds are incredibly low, kind of like winning the lottery. But you have a chance every 11 minutes. And, I think it's a fun thing if you want to be part of running the Bitcoin network or just, to have fun. It looks cool on the shelf. So Reptar is definitely doing a lot of mining this winter, this crypto winter. But this is a fun thing for if you guys
just winter, like Mr. Gray says. Yeah, miners run hot. You can heat your home.
And guess what? You're not only paying for electricity anyway to heat your home, but you're mining Bitcoin. So let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 for 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pulled up that. Sorry, go ahead. Finish it.
No, you're good, man. I'll stop sharing. I just wanted to share that a little bit in case anyone wanted to join in the mining fund for the holidays.
The reason we're talking about that, so Eric Trump unveils America Bitcoin. That's not anything owned by the government. That is a Trump family owned company called America's Bitcoin. This is their mining facility. It's nice when you have, billions of dollars to invest.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, just wanted you to see the Trump family is mining Bitcoin. Now,
guys, they're all in. Big money is all in. I mean, that's really all you should know.
But both of the city governments near where I live in a small city, and there's a smaller city next to us. Both of the city governments have voted out a permit for a mining company to set up here and shop because they don't want the power drain. They don't want an increase in demand on the power supply so that it raises people's rates. Of course, my response to that is, we'll just make them pay the higher rates for the consumption. But I get it. People don't want the noise. People don't want the increase in power stuff, and I get it. But
guys, they're loud. They're very loud. That's the one thing I will say. It's not even so much the heat. I mean, if you're in Florida, yeah, heat's a problem. But up here in the mountainous woodlands of Canada with me and Giro out here, we need heat. So it's definitely, they are very, very loud machines. So if you've ever been into one of these Bitcoin mining factories, they're wearing headphones for a reason.
Yeah, and those in the video there, Eric Trump says they're all liquid cooled, so to keep them from running from damaging themselves, but they're not. Anyway. Franklin Templeton, this is from Zach Humphreys, a big crypto guy. He's got a good crypto channel. But Franklin Templeton says that XRP is going to play a foundational role in global settlement infrastructure. We know that, but for Franklin Templeton to say that out loud is a big deal. Franklin Templeton just launched their XRP ETF. I believe they're one of the ones that launched yesterday or Friday. I don't know. We'll look here in a minute. But look at Grayscale and Franklin. I know Grayscale launched yesterday. They pulled in over 60 million each yesterday on their debut, like their launch, their ETF launch. What happened there? Sorry, one sec.
Guys, big volume is coming into these ETFs. I mean, we're not going to see it right away, kind of like we haven't with some of the other ones. But once this stuff goes and once money starts flooding into these ETFs, we're going to see some crazy price action.
And like we've talked about this before, but you need to understand, if you're new, why are these a big deal? Spot ETFs mean, like Franklin Templeton, for example, they sell a fund for $24 per share. That each share purchases a certain amount of XRP. The fund is based on the asset XRP, so they have to own the asset. They're not buying, selling, trading. They have to buy it and hold it for every share that is there, which means that decreases the amount of supply that's available for purchase. If the supply is down and the demand is up, price goes up. Econ 101, that's the only econ class I passed. But there are 13 XRP ETFs coming right now, and I want to show you this. I asked Google. If you're driving, I'll give you the rundown here. Why?
Here, I got you. Sorry, I was making more space that way.
Yeah, I like that. That's great for Twitter. It just doesn't work for this particular screen.
It works on Twitter, but
so various XRP-linked exchange-traded funds, ETFs, have seen significant trading volume since their debut by November 25th. or in November 25. Canaries was one of the first. It recorded a one day volume, 58 million, which was the largest ETF debut in all of 2025. Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, and Bitwise also launched. Canary was the first, and then Grayscale, I think Bitwise was last week, and Grayscale and Franklin Templeton were yesterday. Let's look at this. Canary's XRP ETF, one day trading volume 58 million, also attracted 250 million on its first trading day. Bitwise saw roughly $118 million in inflows last week. They had one trading report showed a daily trading volume of 612,000 shares. So that's shares going back and forth. Franklin Templeton's XRP ETF, which just launched yesterday, early inflows exceeded $118 million
in a single day.
So here's the big money from yesterday. On November 24th, which was yesterday, today's the 25th, 4 XRP ETFs together. There are only 4 right now. There are more coming. They recorded more than $85 million in volume on one day.
It's
cumulative
funny,
net inflows.
A big part that we saw that incredible V-shaped recovery on XRP. I think this had a lot to do with it because XRP was getting hammered. And it's funny, me and my buddy were actually at work, and I caught him looking at the charts, and it was kind of incredible to see it bounce back so far. But he was definitely very excited. He got nervous.
So you can see over here to the right, I haven't clicked on it, but you can see the ETF surge. XRP-I, which you can see over here, is Bitwise. It's at $13.16. XRP-R, which is, I don't know who is XRP-R.
All I care about is DexRP.
That's right, DexRP, baby. But I just want to point this out. Like, I do think this contributed a little bit to the XRP's recovery yesterday, but the rest of the market also had that similar V-shaped recovery. So let's not put too much on the immediate impact of these ETFs. The ETFs, in my personal non-financial opinion, are going to long-term affect the price. Just like when the first Bitcoin ETF launched, spot ETF launched, Bitcoin didn't have this huge rally. But 6 months later, Bitcoin was, up from 16,000 to 80,000. It's because the supply has to be locked away. It's not available for sale because they have to hold it.
They're not ready to send the markets yet. They haven't accumulated enough yet. So.
It's not theirs. They have to buy because, Reptar is a shareholder, so he bought shares. So they have to hold your BTC for you. They don't get to buy, sell, and trade. They don't get to buy, sell, trade until you sell the shares.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up as well, because if people aren't buying these ETFs, then neither are they. They're not buying the asset, as JC said. So because they have to, lock up these assets that people are trying to buy. They have to have it on their balance sheet. So I think when we see, and we got the HBAR ETF coming too. Love it.
Stop live? What do you mean?
We ain't stopping.
Can't stop on fire.
Yeah, HBAR now.
This was for you, Reptar. The Canaries HBAR ETF is actually up. So we asked the question, why would you buy an ETF when you can just buy the token? Well, recently, Canary Capital's ETF is actually up more than the token. So if you had bought Canary Capital's ETF instead of the token, you actually would have more money. Interesting.
See, I don't agree. Personally, I think it's better to hold the asset, but I do understand, as JC just said, the ETF is up more than HBAR, which is it's great for anyone that bought. I think it's more for people who are nervous about holding their own crypto. I think
sure.
It's a really good way for people who maybe are in traditional finance, or people that don't really know what they're doing, or they don't really want to be involved with blockchain, to have exposure to these assets. So I think the ETFs are really good. Do not get me wrong. I think they're going to bring a lot of money into the markets, but I still do think that self-custody is the best way to go.
Yeah. And I mean, long-term and realistically, if the token price goes down, and you hold the token, your value, your dollar amount goes down. But if the share price of the ETF goes down, your dollar price goes down too. So it's pick your poison there. I'm just looking to see what else I had for us today. We already did. Oh, this is also for Reptar. Dominic Williams at Davos 2025 on the self-writing internet that the Internet Computer ICP is building and helping to realize on chain. Quote, talk to an AI and it will build, update, and manage websites, web applications, and internet services for you. Hashtag ICP.
Guys,
Reptar did a video on this. Go watch Reptar's AI video.
Guys, seriously, not just because it's Reptar's video, but
yes,
go check
just
it out,
because
guys.
of that.
There's a lot of information about AI coins in there, and ICP blew my mind because ICP's been around for a long time. It's one of the OG coins. Once I really learned what it's doing, once I saw its price, once I played around with Caffeine AI, which is its new AI protocol that lets you build dApps, kind of like ChatGPT, I am insanely bullish on ICP. ICP's been getting wrecked in the charts lately. It was manipulated last cycle heavily. A lot of people definitely believe that, and a lot of major influencers still think that ICP was being manipulated. So when you see what they're really doing and what ICP is, again, that's why you guys should definitely watch the video, because we explain a little bit deeper about what actually ICP is doing. It's incredible, guys. It's going to be one of the major AI players in this next cycle, I think.
Yep. Definitely worth, but I knew you would like that because you just did the video on this, and if you haven't watched it, I know you've already talked about this, but I thought it was a good time to let you jump in there. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. All right. You got anything else? I got a couple of funnies. All right, let's end it with some memes. We got a good amount of people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out to the end. We really appreciate you guys. Do all the things. I believe it or not, I've been told that it helps. Hit the like button, all the stuff. We really appreciate you guys coming out for the show. Hey, even if you hit the dislike button, if you think we're idiots, hit the dislike button. Tell us in the comments what an idiot we are. Yeah, that works too. Anything for the engagement, guys. We love it. But yeah, JC, what do we got for memes today to sign off the show today? All right. With the fire immediately. I don't get it. People get so nervous. Like we go to 100,000, we drop down to 90, and everyone's like, "It's over. It's over." This is why 86K Bitcoin today. This is why that it looks like that today. Oh no! Yep, and then this. Perfect. Yeah, literally no reaction. That's why. Whoops, wrong one. That's why this. That's why. Because people saw it at 125. We've said it before, guys. But if you bought at 125, you'll be okay. You just have to wait. You can DCA a little bit. You can lower your average cost if you can. If not, just hang on to it. Forget about it. This technology is not going anywhere. Put it in a wallet and don't touch it. Exactly. You'll be okay long term. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. We have so much good news and bullish sentiment. There is no way that you should be panic selling right now. It's lock in those profits. It's always a wise idea, but this financial revolution is still coming. Dog hair. Have I had dog hair on my ear this whole show? Like just waving in the background there. The chat might have noticed, but they didn't say anything, unfortunately. Yeah, thanks, Ice and Gray. Appreciate you not telling me I got dog hair floating around my head. See, look at that. I have a golden retriever. He's fluffy. Golden retriever. Yeah. Guys, gals, pink and purple dinosaurs, or not dinosaurs, dragons. I hope you have a good Tuesday. I hope you stuck through the weekend and you didn't get too down. I hope you ignored crypto until Monday and you saw it recovering. Exactly, guys. I bought a little bit on the dip and my buys are up 20% in 2 days. Guys, buy the dip. It is the only way to survive these crashes. Thanks, Icy says. Fix your sheet. Yeah.
Well, guys, awesome show today. Thank you guys so much for everyone that turned out. Again, please hit the like button. It helps us way more than you guys even understand. And we will be back tomorrow to get some more information. It's also Wednesday, guys. So what does that mean, JC?
Well, normally it would mean game night, but it's Thanksgiving this week, so we're not.
Oh, dun dun dun. So yeah,
you
guys,
set me up and shot me down.
I know we will. There's a reason for that. I was being a little sneaky there.
John, thanks for being here. It's good to meet you. I hope you enjoy the show, and thank you for smashing that like there, Ice. But yeah, do the like, do the share. Like, if you got things that you want to talk about on the live stream. If you got questions or stuff that you don't understand, toss them up in the comments. We do respond to comments. We delete all the stupid spammy comments about, hey, did you see this new token? And then someone else is like, oh yeah, did you know that Judy the tiger is talking about this and helped me change my life? And someone else comes in, yeah, I met Judy this one time when I was on vacation. And I'm like, y'all shut up.
Get fucked.
Yep.
So Mark, I'll do something for game night. Don't worry, guys. We'll do some kind of thing because it's on Wednesday. But maybe we should watch
trivia. Hunter kill her.
Maybe we should do some murder trivia. That would be fun. All right, let me know what you guys think in the chat about that. We'll do something fun for Thanksgiving. But
we will still be here tomorrow for the live show. I don't even know how to make mod. How can we make mods? Can I make you a mod? How do I make you a mod? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, no, it's not in the live chat. I can see. Look at that. Boom.
Don't worry, Mr. Mark.
Look at that. Look at that. Type something.
No way.
Type something. Not you.
I'm sorry, I panicked.
Waiting on Ice to type something. Look at that. Look at that. It's not like, yeah. Hang on. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
He's a mod now. Well, guys, full disclosure, we didn't just promote some random guy to Mod's house. He is one of our Discord moderators.
Thank you, John, for also typing something. Yeah. So now we have look at us. We are official. We have 303 subscribers. I really want to hit 500 before Christmas. Can we do that? Do you think? Hey, Ice, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Boom. Look at that. We have mods. We're getting there. Our chat is so lit. We need mods.
Chat is lit, guys. Again, guys, seriously, thank you so much for everyone that came out. We will be on the show tomorrow. We'll give you guys an update, and then we're also going to we'll plan something for game night for you guys for Thanksgiving. So
yeah,
no worries.
Thankful for everyone watching. Thankful for you guys being a part of our community. And yep, we'll talk to you in the morning. And dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. And you know how we end it. Bring us the chompy.
Chompy!